Hey everybody, welcome to another Marla the V35 update. I recently received a package in the mail that I have long been anticipating. Now, one of my favorite things about these old Jeeps are the data plates. They tell you everything you need to know about the vehicle, how to operate it, and sometimes about the equipment that's on board. It's not like a functional thing necessarily, but to me it's important for a Jeep to have its plates. So there's one name that consistently comes up when you're referring to data plates for these old Jeeps, and that's dataplatesforyou.com. Now, I'm fortunate enough that somebody gifted this set to me, and now that it's arrived, let's dig in. It's catalog. A lot of stuff going on in there. We'll take a look at that later. Okay, we've got the warning before fording plate. V35 was designed for deep water use, so we'll talk about that one later. This is the long plate with suggested road speeds and vehicle operation stuff, and that will replace the plate on Marla's dash of unknown origin. Here's the V35 truck, military designation. Let's look at these a little more closely. Everything's very well packaged, I will say. There we go. This is the, radio set. So this plate would have been added by the military after they installed the radios with the Jeep. When the Jeep and the radios are together, the V35 is all considered one radio set. So it's one piece of equipment. You can see the V35U is listed here. Good looking plate. I think that one's made of aluminum. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. There's a little V35 truck. That's the military designation. The Bureau of Ships is on there. Let's pull this guy out real quick. You can see also made of aluminum. Pretty solid piece. Looks very nice up close. Yeah. Flexible a little bit. We try not to bend it. It feels very light, so it's a little interesting. This one is the deep water fording plate that tells you all the things you need to prepare before getting into deep water crossings, which is what the V35 was designed for. This one's made of brass. It's got some weight to it. It looks good up close. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but boy, they really feel nice. Very thick. Just an overall nice product. Everything in here feels really good. Very, very happy already. Like I said, everything's packaged pretty nicely. Each individual piece in its own plastic, and then the smaller ones kind of held together as well. So the gentleman that runs dataplates4you.com is named Robert, and they are based out of the Netherlands. So if you are in the US like I am, just be aware that's a bit of a time difference for communication to go back and forth. That said, he was very communicative and answered a lot of questions for me that I had. And then once the ball was rolling, everything came fairly quickly. You get a tracking number from the Netherlands post that once the package arrives in the US and goes through customs, that same tracking number is used for USPS, which is what they convert the shipment over to as one of their partners. Now, I'm just going to say it again. I'm really happy with these. Finding anything for the V35 is near impossible, so finding faithful reproductions is a godsend. Ah, yes. So this one technically has slightly different language than what came with the V35, and I suspect it's probably made for an M38. Robert let me know beforehand that he didn't have the proper one, but the language is only slightly different, and the size is the same. And so I made the decision to just go ahead with it. It's a very nice piece. I don't really have a problem with it being slightly different. Marla's probably never going to be a full restoration, but I do believe a Jeep needs its data plates. And I do feel like that one is close enough for now. So while looking at the long plate, I noticed that these just feel like really good plates. There's a bit of relief to the letters there. I know it's probably not translating to the video, but you can really feel it. I'm trying to show it here, but maybe it doesn't come across, but perhaps you can hear it a little bit there. Just feels really good. So here's a look at all the plates arranged how they will be on the passenger dash on the Jeep. And I just want to say again how impressed I am with the product. I've done a little bit of looking at these online, and the originals all have pretty worn out faces. All the paint's been stripped off, but you can still sort of read some of them because that lettering is raised. And that's the case here. I feel like if these ever get to a point where they're so worn out, they're going to look just like the originals. So they feel like a very faithful reproduction. So here's a look at the catalog. You can see the website at the top. and the email here, and I'll pause those later on so you can take a look. You can see here that there's actually more than just Jeep stuff. Got some Cobra stuff and some other vehicle things for you Ford, GPW, and MB guys. Got data plates for you guys there. Later model Jeep stuff, Chevy things inside. You can see more in the catalog, Dodge, Mustang, etc. More Jeep stuff from different models. I will say, compared to the website, this brochure is the tip of the iceberg. Here's a look at the email and the website link. So I started looking for V35 plates a little while back, and it looks like the website has gone through a little bit of redesign since then. If you're a V35 guy, they're a little harder to find, so I'll put up what I ordered right here. So I ordered the first 5 here, but Robert did mention he had the light switch plate, and I believe he's got the firewall serial plate, but that's something you can ask him about. I will say he was super helpful with answering my questions, sent me some photos, so I strongly encourage you to reach out to him. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you found this video to be quite useful, and if you're looking to finish off your project, or you're like me and you just think your vehicle needs its plates, you should look at dataplatesforyou.com. See you guys on the next one.